All right, good day. I trust that you are doing very well. My name is Kelvin Namwanza, and I'm a coach, author, and pastor. And it is really my joy and pleasure to be with you. If you're going to watch later this video, I just say enjoy. I'm unable to check the comments at the moment or is online because I'm streaming on multiple platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube. Also on Facebook as well. So, but the intention of this video is just to encourage us, to inspire us, because I truly believe that in each one of us there is something that we are loaded with, and we are here just to support one another so that we can become and unleash the very potential that is already in the inside of us. So today I will be speaking about elevating your self-esteem. So I will speak about why self-esteem is important. I'm also going to speak about 3 ways that you can actually elevate your self-esteem. And I hope to make this video very short so that you can get the most important aspect of this conversation today. So let's get into it. What is really the best definition of self-esteem? Maybe we can start from there. Self-esteem basically is having confidence in one's worth, one's abilities, and one's self-respect. You have this confidence that you are worth something, and that you also have abilities that you were sent with here on the face of the earth, and that you respect yourself, and that you value yourself. I believe that self-esteem differs depending on where we are coming from, depending on our background, and also what you might be going through right now. For instance, if you grew up in an environment where you were looked down, and they spoke to you in a bad way, they discouraged you, and you were told that you can never amount to anything. Or you went through life and you got abused somewhere along the way, emotionally, physically, or sexually. All that, as if one hasn't healed over that, it also as one aspect where it can impact on one's self-esteem in a negative way, because we begin to look at our lives based on what happened to us, and I'll speak about that. But also, if your self-esteem also is bound to be impacted in a negative way, if perhaps you've been taught today that you have lost your job or something horrible has happened to you, you are bound to feel worthless. You are bound to feel that you do not have certain capabilities and abilities. You are also bound to feel a sense that you have less value, where you begin to not to respect yourself that much because of what has happened. But this is what I've come also to realize, that whatever has happened in your background, or what is happening to you right now and today, has no power to take over your self-worth, your self-value and respect, and your abilities for that matter, unless you give it the power to do so. So we give power to things that we go through, and as a result of that, our self-esteem also diminishes to that level. So I also believe in what somebody, I can't remember who said something, that we are not our failures. We are not what we have gone through. We are also not what we are going through right now. We are, I believe what God says we are, that in us, we and us as human beings, we've been created in his own image. So no matter what has happened in your life, you have to believe that it hasn't taken away your worth. It hasn't taken away your value. It hasn't taken away your dignity. And no matter what you have gone through, it shouldn't be the reason why you should diminish yourself. It shouldn't be the reason. And I say it once again, no matter what you have gone through, no matter what has happened in your life, it shouldn't be the reason why you should diminish yourself. You are still a valuable person in society, and you should see yourself and you should believe yourself that way. But I want to speak about why is self-esteem very, very important. And I'll speak about maybe three things. Not the importance of self-esteem, ladies and gentlemen, is not limited to only what I'm sharing here today. It's just something that I've condensed. But self-esteem is important because, number one, as a person who's involved in helping couples and counseling and coaching, as far as our relationships are concerned, I've also come to realize that individuals will choose who they date or marry based on their self-esteem. So you in your life, you will choose, if you haven't chosen already, to marry somebody or date somebody based on your self-esteem. But also you are going to accept somebody's proposal based on your self-esteem. Added to that also, we also accept to be treated in a certain way, follow my thoughts, based on our self-esteem. So if your self-esteem is low, which means you value yourself, you see yourself as worthless, and if somebody begins to treat yourself that way, their treatment is going to become more of a self-fulfilling prophecy of your disposition to say you are a person who is not valuable, you are a person who is worthless, and you deserve to be treated that way. Somebody who views themselves that they are worth something, somebody who respects themselves and who value themselves, if they are put in the same situation, they are not going to accept to be treated that way. Why? Because they believe that they are valuable and they believe that they deserve to be respected and to be treated with dignity. So based on how you get treated, you accept how you get treated. Based on your self-esteem, you accept who you settle with based on your self-esteem. The other point also is that we also set goals based on our self-esteem. So when we think that there are things that we cannot achieve, we are not going to actually even try because we think that we are incapable. We think that our self-worth actually tells us that you do not deserve actually to set a goal like that, because in the inside of you believe that you don't deserve actually to experience what a certain level of success because your self-worth is very low. But also what is important, we also dream based on our self-esteem. Nobody has the ability, the power, ladies and gentlemen, to dream beyond their self-esteem. Our vision, our dreams, the things that we want to do in life and what we want to become, what we want to attempt in this life will always come down to the level of our self-esteem. If our self-esteem is low, our vision also is going to match our self-esteem. If our self-esteem is very high, also our visions and our dreams and our goals are going to match the level of our self-esteem. I like a quote that I came across at some point, and this is what it says, and I'm going to paraphrase and add something to it. It says that there is somebody out there who is doing incredible things and experiencing enormous success. Somebody who is less gifted, somebody who is less talented, doing incredible things than you. And the difference is one. The difference is that the other person who is doing incredible things that you are afraid of doing, even if you are gifted than them, the difference is that person believes in their worth, that person believes in their capabilities. They believe that they deserve to do incredible things because that's what their self-esteem tells them. And I believe that's why self-esteem is very important. Before I waste much of your time today, I want to speak about three things that can help you improve your self-esteem. Three things I believe can help you, for the sake of this segment, that can help you improve your self-esteem. Number one, which is my favorite, is that you have to accept yourself. No one has the right to accept you when you have rejected yourself. So it begins by self-acceptance. You have to accept the all of you. You have to accept your limitations. You have to accept your weaknesses. You have to accept your strengths. You have to accept your background, where you are coming from. There are some of us who even hide where we come from, because we are so ashamed of our background. You have to accept everything about yourself, because if you keep on failing to accept yourself, that level of rejection is going to affect your ability to actually build and grow your self-esteem. So it's important for us actually to learn to accept ourselves, because I believe that our value, our proposition, is linked to the level of our self-acceptance. When we embrace who we are and what we come with and what we bring to the table, that's what brings our uniqueness, and that's where our value proposition lies. Our value proposition in life is not linked to our self-rejection and in trying to be somebody that you are not. The moment you fail to accept yourself, what you are actually setting yourself up is that you are setting yourself up for failure, because you are undermining your self-worth. So accept yourself. Accept everything that has happened to you. Accept all your experiences. Accept all your scars. Accept everything about you, because that your uniqueness actually is one of the most important thing. I think in the future, when I talk about personal branding, it's your uniqueness. Your story is actually one of the most important aspects that is going to make you excel in whatever path that you have chosen. Point number 2, we have to learn to actually turn our purpose or our pain into purpose. You are not going, because if you fail, let me put it differently. If you fail to turn your pain into purpose, what you are actually doing is that you are handing over your dignity, your value, your worth to your circumstances, to your experiences, to the bad things that have happened in your life. So for you to actually elevate your self-esteem, it means that you have to get to the place where you turn your pain into purpose. They say never waste the storm. You might be going through some things that are very, very difficult today. What I want to encourage you to do is that reflect on what you are going through. Gather the lessons. What is that you can do differently? What is that you can tell the next person? Because life goes like in a wheel. Once you overcome something, there will be somebody that started going through the same experience that you are actually celebrating, because you are no longer in the same level. So you have to make sure that you don't carry the pain, the hurt, the bad things that have happened to your life, but rather you turn your experience into purpose. You are seeing me here today trying to encourage you and trying to inspire you. I'm coming from a place where individuals that I thought should believe in me never believed in me. And instead of me blaming them as the reason why I cannot make a contribution in the world, to gather myself and say I'm going to prove them wrong, because I truly believe that also one of the best and one of the wisest way to revenge is not to hate on somebody, but to go ahead and succeed in the very thing that somebody thought that you can never succeed in, because one day they will hear about the good thing that you are doing, and they will remember that, you know what, I never supported this person, I discouraged this person, I looked down on this person. So go ahead and succeed in the very thing that no one has ever believed in you. This is why I also believe that we have to be our own supporters of our dreams. You have to be your number one supporter of your dream, because if you don't do that, the negativity that people say, or your negative experiences, are going to hold you back, and you're going to fail to actually become the very person that you were created to be. My last point is this, that you have to also avoid negative relationships that undermines your worth, relationship that looks down on you, relationship that forces you to be what you are not. You have to run away from those experiences, because the longer you stay, the more they're going to drain your self-worth out of you, and you're going to get to the place where you begin to believe their narrative, which is not true. So find yourself in the company of individuals that understand who you are, they know your weaknesses, they know your strengths, and they appreciate who you are, and they've accepted who you are. Those are the people and those are the environments that you need to be in. Before I go, I want to read something that I wrote about maybe 4 years ago, and it speaks to the same idea. It says, move away from relationship and environment that consistently force you to become what you are not, in order for them to accept you. If you have to pretend to fit in, then you don't belong there. Unhealthy relationship and environment will use your strength and capabilities and accuse you of your arrogance. And their intention is to make you reject yourself. That's their intention, is to make you reject who you are. They will use your weaknesses to bury your strengths, so that the only thing that you see about yourself is the bad thing. They want you to believe a bad report about yourself. So stay away from such kind of relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me for today. And I believe that you've been encouraged, inspired. Enjoy the rest of the day. And if you like this video, if you're watching on YouTube, just comment, leave a comment there, subscribe, like. If you're on Facebook, do the same. Just follow my page, like the page, make a comment, inbox me, and let us just interact. I will see you again. I aim to stream some of these videos from every day, from Monday to Friday at 3 p.m. I'll try and also bring about different time zones, so that those who are outside South Africa are also able to know what time I come online, so that we can truly be inspired. Enjoy the rest of the day, and God bless you.